Hello, and welcome to Holistic Connections, Conversations with Holistic Practitioners. And today we have Kate with us. If you would just introduce yourself and share a little bit about what you do in the holistic healing world.
So thank you for having me. You say I'm Kate Palmer, and I'm a nutritionist, and I specialize particularly in skin health, beauty nutrition, and cellular rejuvenation. So I help people, particularly sort of busy perimenopausal and menopausal women, to manage skin conditions like eczema and acne, and also to slow down the process of aging.
Nice. And your skin looks so awesome, by the way. So, so you're
Thank
a
you. Thank
walking
you.
advertisement for yourself. It's interesting to me how and you were mentioning women, menopausal women, and isn't it interesting how our skin and not only our body, but our skin changes so much, just like in adolescence during this time. It's so strange to be a woman near 60 and then going through changes that it's like adolescence, changes that you don't even expect, and it just seems like a crazy time, and our skin definitely can suffer from that. But you can teach people how to reverse that or prevent that, right? On your website, you have so much to offer. It's a beautiful website, by the way, and there's just so
Thank
many
you.
different, things that you offer on there, but you also have some freebies on there. If you want to talk a little bit about what different things that you offer, or what maybe is your most popular things that you have, on there, or whatever you'd like to say about your offerings on your website, that would be great.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I have a whole range of free gifts. I also have a Facebook group, which is a bit like a free membership.
Mm.
So I give away all sorts of things there. We do monthly challenges. Um, we're doing a plant-based eating one for veganuary at the moment. We have lots of things like that. But yes, I have lots of bundles of resources, general sort of nutrition resources there. And then I have a couple of coaching programs. So I have my Vibrant Woman program, which is an all-round coaching program. We look at everything in there: nutrition, lifestyle, sleep, stress, relationships, all of those good things.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I have the beauty nutrition aspect. Sounds very vain, but not that there's anything wrong with vanity. But it's really important because the skin kind of acts as essentially like an early warning for what's going on deeper in the body. So we see our skin is getting dehydrated. That means our cells are getting dehydrated.
Mhm.
We can treat the skin first before these more serious problems then arise.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a lot of times what shows up on the outside is what's happening on the inside, for sure.
Yeah,
Totally agree
exactly.
with that. Another thing on your website that I wanted to mention that I really love is a quote: difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. That's so awesome. I love that.
It was just something I found and I just really
Yeah,
liked it because
yeah.
we've all been through tough
Oh my
times,
goodness.
you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah, and it can definitely lead to something wonderful,
yeah,
having a difficult road. Um, so how did you first become interested in doing this for people?
it's kind of a convergence of a few things really.
Yeah.
I'd always had an interest in herbalism, in particular because
Hmm.
it's something that my mother did and her parents did, so it was a very sort of family tradition. Um, and so I trained as a herbalist,
Hmm.
and but initially because of the laws around herbalism, you're only allowed to see people in person.
Okay.
Um, and so when COVID happened, of course, couldn't really do that
Right.
anymore. So I had to find something else to do. I'd also always had an interest in skincare because I have terribly sensitive skin.
Mm.
I've always had this. I can't use any commercial skincare products. I've always had to make my own. So I trained to do sort of cosmetic formulation, and that was great. But skincare could only do so much, It
Yeah.
helped the sort of the eczema and the psoriasis, but it didn't cure it. When I got particularly interested in nutrition, 2020, I then trained as a clinical nutritionist, and I tried a few different things, sort of as a niche. And then I
Hmm.
eventually decided, well, actually, look, I already have this interest in skin. I then used nutrition to treat my own eczema, psoriasis, these things all got better. So I thought, well, that's what I should be doing then. I should be
Yeah.
helping other people.
Yeah, awesome. And I think I say this on almost every one of these, but I really find that people become passionate about helping others with things that they have been through themselves. Then you really understand what your clients are going through and you can relate with them and everything that goes with it. I'm sure that there's a lot of potential anxiety or even like social anxiety or being more introverted or shy, mainly just because they're more embarrassed about their skin or there's things going on that might not be as noticeable to the public, but they are feel like it's sticking out like a sore thumb.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it can be so damaging to people's
Yeah.
self-confidence.
Right,
And the amount,
right.
you hear so many stories of people, oh, they've plastered themselves in makeup, which then
Hmm.
can sometimes make it worse, but they just don't want to be seen, with
Yeah.
skin conditions. So,
I can really imagine how all of this is so much more than nutrition and skincare and all of that, that it goes much deeper, not to sound like a cliche, but it is so much deeper than just skin deep. Yeah. So you mentioned about COVID and about working with people online. So do you do any kind of one-on-one or in-person sessions, or is it all online, like groups, or or both or
yeah. So
all or
at the moment it's all online, but I am looking to get back into doing some of the in-person stuff. There's
yeah.
recently there's been a whole spate of sort of aesthetics clinics and things opening up in my local town, and I'm into how I could maybe sort of collaboration there. So that's something I'm looking on. But
Yeah.
I'm mostly focusing on sort of group programs with a certain one-to-one element in it. So on
Hmm.
my beauty nutrition program, obviously I give people a one-to-one call to begin with. But I find a group program really works well because you get that community, you all sort of support each other. So
Yeah.
really valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. So if somebody first reaches out to you and they've got some issues going on and they're not sure, maybe they've tried a lot of different things or they haven't tried anything, whatever the case is, what can they expect when they first contact you? What are the next steps or how do you work with somebody when they just first contact you with a list of issues that they have going on?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I like to do is I get people to create a diary. Um,
Hmm.
Certainly for sort of minimum of 3 days. I want
Yeah.
to know exactly what's going on in your life, what you're eating, what you're drinking, all of these things. Be really, really honest.
Yeah.
How much sleep are you getting? How
Yeah.
many glasses of wine are you having after your dinner? All of these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Um, and then I really start to look at that, and that's why I like to have a sort of one-to-one session with people first of all to really kind of go through it and kind of understand what their goals are as
Right.
well, and how open they are to changing, because some people they don't want to change what they eat, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But um obviously, if I'm going to work with someone, I need somebody's open to making potential changes, and see how
Right. Right. They might not have even realized that something that they're eating or drinking or their sleep or something that is in their lifestyle is even affecting the issues that they're coming to you for. And they might not realize, oh, that is part of the problem, or part of the issue that's going on. They might not even realize.
yeah.
So it might be a surprise to them. And you can say, let's keep a diary, like you said, and see what's going on. And then we can see if any of this is related to whatever issue you're having. If you're coming to somebody for change, you've got to be willing to change because
Yeah,
nobody can do it for you, right? You know, you
exactly,
you have
exactly.
to do it all yourself. You can get the instructions and you can get the support, but nobody can do it for you. It comes down to you in the end. Where can people reach you? I do have your website, journeytojoycoaching.co.uk, and that link will be in the description. So please read the description, everybody. And you mentioned a Facebook group, so you want to mention where people can reach you?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Jones Joy Coaching _UK. I've just started doing a TikTok channel as well.
Oh, okay.
I do also have a YouTube
Oh,
channel where
okay.
I put longer videos on. And yes, I have my Facebook group, which is Eat Well, Live Well with Journey to Joy.
Okay.
coaching. And as I say, we do lots of fun stuff in there, and there's
Yeah.
lots of freebies going there. So
Nice. Nice. And we'll have all of those links in the description, so please check it out. Do you have anything new coming up on the horizon?
yes, as well as all my sort of coaching programs that I'm running. Obviously, I've actually just started putting together a summit, which is going to be so it's a virtual online health and wellbeing summit, and that's bringing together around 30 different experts in all different areas. We've got so many different, specialist subjects. We've got expert in nutrition, movement, stress. We've got sort of specialist, women's health group. We've got men's emotional well-being. We've got all different niches, and so that's going to be really exciting. It's
Yeah.
free to watch. You've got
Oh,
7 episodes,
okay.
so yeah. If anyone wants to find out more, it will be going live in May. I'm
Okay,
putting
in
it together
May.
at the moment, so yeah.
Okay.
It'll take a bit of work to edit it all, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to put those kinds of things together, but that'll be awesome in the end for May. So, and that information will be on your website when it's available, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there anything else that you would like to share or make sure that people know before we finish up here?
Sort of, remind people not to ignore skin problems or sort of trivialize them. A lot of people have sort of low level information. Their skin's a bit itchy, it's dry, it's things like that. And we kind of think it's not very important, but it is, both because the skin performs a very important function. It's a
Hmm.
barrier to the outside world. It's protecting you, but also it is an indication of what's happening at a deeper level. And the great
Yeah.
thing about skin is we can see it, so we know what we're doing is working, whereas we can't always see that deeper in our body. So it's
Yeah.
a really great way of treating the whole body.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people lived with something for so long, they think, well, just this is just how it is. Just have to live with this. This is how I am. And don't maybe not even realize that there are other things they can do, even if they've tried all kinds of, either over the counter things or even prescription medications, even topical prescription medications and things like that. Even if they've tried all kinds of things, they might not realize that there's so much more they can do. And that, like we said earlier, that their lifestyle and different things that they're eating and even drinking and sleeping may have a real effect on, yeah, on their life. And the skin really can have much deeper effects than just how you look. So, yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure that the listeners and the viewers have learned something today, and I really want everybody to make sure they look in the description below. So many people don't, but check out her website. It's a beautiful website. There's so much there. Check it out. And her Facebook group and pages and all that, and we'll have all those links below. So I want to thank you so much for sharing of yourself and sharing all that you do with the viewers and the listeners, and I'm sure that you'll get more more clients coming to you because it's just so prevalent out there, and I think people don't realize how much control that they can have. So thank you so much for being on here today.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's
You're
lovely
so
to talk to
welcome.
you.